Argylle is a spy thriller action comedy film with so many twists packed into its whirlwind of a plot that you may experience whiplash trying to follow them around as the rug gets pulled from beneath your feet. Like, what? How many plot twists are in Argylle? There are 11 twists in the movie, right? I think it's 11 twists in the movie. According to Bryce Dallas Howard, who stars as Elly Conway in Argylle, as quoted from a promo interview for the movie on Entertainment Weekly. After watching the movie, I searched the internet to find if anyone had listed all the plot twists found in the movie and couldn't find it. If you want to find something and you cannot find it, you should write it yourself. Challenge accepted. If you haven't watched the movie, you can check out my non-spoiler Argylle movie review. Caution: proceeding beyond this point will contain spoilers. Welcome back. The opening act of Argylle is from Elly Conway's latest novel. Argylle opens with a sexy dance followed by an over-the-top chase sequence and an odd dialogue, which is then revealed to be Elly Conway reading at an Argylle book launch. Elly Conway's books predict things happening in the world of espionage. Aidan Wilde explains that everyone is after her because her books can somehow foretell what is already happening in the spy world. Ellie's father is Ritter, the head of the division. When she calls her parents, her father arrives. We know who he is and think he is caught up with them. But she calls him father. He's heavily invested in the hacker's notebook up until the point Aidan arrives onto the scene and holds him at gunpoint. Ellie's mother isn't who she seems. After Aidan's arrival, Ellie's mom points a gun at Ellie and switches to a British accent, and the only person who hasn't tried to kill Ellie is Aidan, who takes her to learn the truth. Ellie is actually Argylle. Kylle, Rachel Kylle. Alfi reveals that Ellie is the real-life agent Argylle. Kylle, agent Rachel Kylle, a highly trained covert agent. Ellie's life is essentially a lie. During the course of her last mission, Ellie woke up from a coma with amnesia while Ritter and Dr. Ruth posed as her parents. Ritter is the head of the division, and Ruth is Dr. Margaret Vogler, division's chief of PsyOps. And together, they've hypnotized and brainwashed Rachel into believing she was their daughter, Ellie, and the life she has been living for the past 5 years. She's a dog person and doesn't even like cats. The Argylle books aren't predictions but are Ellie's memories. Argylle is her subconscious fighting to tell her who she is. The reason the books seem to echo real life is because they are actually her suppressed memories. Ruth had been guiding her to get to the point where she would remember what happened to the master file. Agent Aidan is the real Agent Wyatt. Aidan Wilde's character in the Elly Conway's Argylle books is based on Aidan, who was her partner. Rachel and Aidan were an item. Aidan reminds her they were more than work partners while they were dancing, and he's trying to boost her confidence on how to fool the Keeper of Secrets into giving her the master file. Rachel Kylle is a double agent working for Division. Ellie, pretending to be her former self, manages to convince the Keeper of Secrets to give her the master file, and upon browsing it, finds her name on the list of people who work for Division, meaning she is one of the baddies. Oopsie. Rachel killed the hacker with the master file. When Rachel had gone to retrieve the master file from the hacker, it turned out he had entrusted it to the Keeper of Secrets with instructions that it would only be released to her, thus concluding their business. She had killed the hacker, which set off explosions that led Rachel to jumping out the window of the multi-story building, and that was how she got injured. Rachel killed Aidan. When Aidan is being interrogated, she says she could get him to talk, then shoots him after deciding that he's not going to reveal where Alfi is. Rachel isn't just helping them track Alfi. While Rachel seems to be helping the division track down Alfi's location, instead, she is trying to secretly send Alfi the master file, which unfortunately does not work because of the security protocol she had forgotten about, and thereby exposing her duplicity. Rachel is a triple agent. Rachel was secretly going to do the right thing with the master file, but had been playing both sides while ultimately on the good side. Aidan isn't dead. Elly had shot Aidan through the vascular corridor, a 2-inch gap in the heart which looks like a shot through the heart but allows the bullet to go through without being fatal if the bleeding can be stopped. This was the Fen theory she was going to use to bring back Agent Keira in Book 6 of Argylle. Dr. Ruth implanted hypnotic suggestions into Rachel. While brainwashing Rachel into being Elly, Dr. Ruth had also left hypnotic suggestions that would turn Rachel into a Manchurian candidate activated with trigger words spoken over Berliner doll music that would control her as a stone-cold assassin. Agent Keira survived. Agent Keira is seemingly killed in the opening act, and we later learn that this is what happened to the real Keira, gunshot to the heart, as described in the book. But we see that she's still alive and has been undercover working for an opportune moment. Keira is the fan who suggested vascular corridor theory. Turns out Keira had been shot through the vascular corridor, which allowed her to survive, and was the fan who had suggested the fan theory for bringing back Keira in the next Argylle book, the real Agent Argylle. At the book launch for the latest Argylle book, a man who looks exactly the way Elly visualizes Argylle appears and asks if she has questions for him. Dum dum dum. Argylle is part of the Kingsman cinematic universe. The mid-credits scene from 20 years earlier shows a young man in a pub known as the Kingsman. Gray's order is a coded message that gets him a gun and a silencer. The bartender asks for his name and he says, Aubrey Argylle. What a twist.